something I've been wanting to do for a while. That is, why have I got more than one sound system? So, yeah, I've got an list I can make videos from. It's basically why I've got more than one sound system. The reason being is that no room is the same size. And no venue is the same. So when I first started DJing, I had this large flight case that housed all the electronics, basically. So amps, crossovers, limiters, compressors, soundboard, cabling, you name it. And it was a pain to lift because it was that heavy. I got tasked, or freelance from another DJ, to go to the White Hart in Boston. This was, I think, back in 2015, something like that. It was for a 21st birthday party, and I thought that there was a lift there. How wrong was I? So before I brought the gear in, I went to check the place out. All they had was stairs, and the room was upstairs. So I thought, right, how am I going to do this? So I decided to bring all my gear in from the van and then take everything up bit by bit, or if they're smaller, I might take as much as I can upstairs. And when it came to the biggest and heaviest items, so my subs, 18-inch subs, and my flight case, and so I took the subs up, and then thankfully I had one of the employees there to help me with the flight case up and down the stairs. By the time I got out of there, well, let alone take everything in, set up, and then at the end of the night pack down, take everything down into the van, it was over 2 hours. But the night, like the party night, wasn't a problem, because it was playing music, having a bit of, have some fun and stuff like that. After that night, I decided, right, I am going to build up a number of systems, each at a different size to the last. So from a bigger setup, I built the medium setup, and then I used that for a period of time. And then from the medium setup to the small setup, and I used that quite a lot, particularly with at venues that have stairs. So that I used those 3 systems depending on what gigs I had. So if it was like a wedding on the ground floor, I used either my medium or large rig. Birthday parties, medium rig. Outdoor events, large rig, because being outdoor you need more power So for school discos and stuff like that, I use the smaller rig. And it worked out to my advantage, because from the point of having those three systems, that I can choose what speakers I want. So the small system, I could use not two smaller speakers and maybe one sub. So two small speakers alone, or two small speakers and a sub. Medium rig, I can use my larger speakers and two subs. With the larger rig, I've got the amp power that I can actually have all 14 of my passive speakers onto it. And yet more on. That being said, I've got one amp, which is basically a monitor amp. So if I'm doing sound reinforcement for a band, they've got two wedge monitors and two satellite monitors. Then there's 2 amps for subs. I can either go 8 ohm load per channel over 2 amps, or a 4 ohm load over 1 amp. And then with the other 2 amps I've got, which are for the top end, I can have 4 ohm load per channel on 1 amp. So I've got 2 tower speakers that have 2 drivers in each. So that's 4 ohm load. And then I've got 4 single cone cabs. That's another 4 ohm load per channel. So, and the reason why I said and more, if I put because I've got 4 passive subs, I can get another 4 subs and have both bass amps running at 4 ohm loads per channel. So I can have 8 subs over 2 amps. Yeah, that's quite a lot. And then with the soundboard itself, yes, I'm covering 5 outputs. So you've got the main output for the tops, a secondary output for the tops. I've got control out, so basically you put control all monitor speakers, and then 2 stereo outs for the subs. But what I can do is mono output for the subs, because obviously subs that I have are single cone, and I can have double cone or dual cone, and I can still mono the outputs on the subs, which I can add more amperage for that. And then a couple of years down the line, after when I've sorted out the passive systems, I bought a pair of active speakers to the altos, and got a spare amplifier and use that as a bass amp. And I've got other spare electronics as well, so I can put it together. So I decided to make a hybrid system. So basically, active and passive speakers working together. And that worked for a time, until I know for sure that I wanted active subs, basically match tops. So the active tops that I've got are the Alto TS310s, and I wasn't sure at the time where I wanted the active Alto TS318S, because of, first of all, cost and how they would react to a working environment that I do. So I wasn't 100% on it. So I thought I'd run this hybrid system for about a year or two. And that's when I decided, right, I might as well take the plunge and spend nearly 1,500 quid on active subs. And wow, the difference it made for the system. So I ditched the hybrid system, kept the spare electronics to the side, and made an active rig. So soundboard, wireless microphones, a couple of other units and cabling within a flight case, and I used that ever since. I've never looked back on the passive rig. And now, with the spare electronics that I had in the garage and taking up space, I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a home cinema system, put it in place, which you've now seen on my channel. And yeah, it's now I've got 4 systems, well 5 technically, but 4 systems to go out DJing with. I can decide whether or what system I want for that particular event. So if it's a kid's birthday party, I don't need subs. All I need is tops. So I'll take the small passive system out. If it's like an outdoor corporate event, I'll take the biggest system I've got out. I can take on actives as well, just to add to it. So that's, if I take the biggest system, it's 18 speakers instead of 14. If I had got a wedding, so a mid-sized wedding, I can still use my medium passive rig, or I can use my active rig, so I can go either or. Yeah, it's amazing on what I've got choice-wise to go out with. I have been told, sell the stuff and only use what you need. And I said, there's no point, because what if this happens, or what if this happens? I need something to fill in until I can sort that out, basically. Which is actually a fair point if you think about it. But that being said, next video. Take care, guys.